Hello, Facebook friends. Today I'm going to talk about a health food that's gone bad. There are lots of great health foods on the planet, right? The earth is full of them, and that's one of our blessings being on this planet is there's some really great provision for us, and it contributes to our health. However, man gets in the mix and messes it all up. So today I'm going to talk about what I consider one of the best foods for your health, and it's a complete food. So it is high in protein, it's high in fiber, and it's really good for your health, but man is corrupting it. So, and I'm going to talk about what you can do about it, because presenting a problem and without a solution kind of makes you feel kind of yucky. So today I'm going to talk about the problem and I'm going to talk about the solution. Okay, so I am Diane Thompson. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm a healthy living strategist, and also the creator of co-creator of the Well Body Blueprint and the Dare to Thrive Tribe. So let's talk about beans, right? It's one of those foods that a lot of people underestimate the value of. So let's look at it. Why is it so good for you? Well, it's a food that is so high in fiber. And one of the things that most Americans are at risk for is colon cancer. And that's because we don't eat enough fiber in our diet. Most of us are somewhere between 5 and 40 grams if we're lucky. And the recommendations are over 50 to 75. Okay, so most of us aren't getting enough fiber. So beans are a way of really adding more fiber to our diet and reducing that risk. They're high in B vitamins. B vitamins are important in energy production. Minerals like iron, potassium, calcium, phosphorus, and zinc are also in beans, lots of it. So one of the things about having such a high level of fiber is that it helps keep insulin levels nice and balanced throughout your day. So you don't have these big spikes in your insulin, and it keeps inflammation levels down. And it helps keep you full longer, right? You can eat some beans for lunch and go hours without having to eat because it fills you up so much because of those blood sugars and because of the fiber as well. So really, beans are a really great health food for us. They help reduce cholesterol also, in that they bind cholesterol in our intestines, so then we don't absorb it. We're more likely to excrete it. So there's some great value to eating beans. And then another really important thing is there's something called resistant starch. And what the benefit of that is that it keeps, it feeds your good bacteria in your gut. So it helps keep the healthy bacteria in your gut alive and multiplying, which is good. So you're hopefully keeping the healthy bacteria stronger than the bad bacteria, because the name of the game in your gut is balance, and the more healthy bacteria you have, the healthier you're going to be. So health has been newly defined, and that's going to be something I'm going to be talking about in our health challenge coming up. So if you're interested in learning more about the gut, how you can improve your gut health, let me know. Put it in the comments section. Let's say the word beans, and I'll add you to our group, and it is free. So the other thing about beans is that they're anti-cancer. How many people do you know that have cancer? In fact, I've lost some really good friends to cancer. It's a real problem in our in the United States, not just in the United States, but it is a real problem. So beans have some strong anti-cancer effects. So wouldn't that be good, right? To eat more of them so we can get more protection. And here's a really great benefit. They're really inexpensive. So they're a really cheap source of nutrition, right? They're dirt cheap, literally. So, and there's so many ways that you can use them in your diet. You can use them in soup, split pea soup. Who doesn't like split pea soup or lentil soup, black bean soup? I mean, there's so many soups that you can make with them. Casseroles, right? Lots of different casseroles that you can make. Salads. Hi, Olga. Nice to see you, friend. So like I have this great black bean salad recipe. I love it. It's got sun-dried tomatoes in it, lots of garlic, of course, cilantro, some great things. So there's lots of different ways that you can make these beans. And then my favorite, I'll admit it, Mexican cooking, right? In fact, as we're speaking, I have some beans cooking and I'm going to make them into a bean casserole, a Mexican bean casserole tonight for dinner. So now one of the issues that I hear from a lot of my clients, oh, I will. Yes, I will, Olga. I just had a request for my black bean recipe, salad recipe. So yeah, I did a video on that before I got to meet you, Olga. So what's the biggest problem with beans though is gas, right? The problem most people have, especially if they've not been eating them, is it can cause a lot of gas because it really does change your gut. It changes your gut. You get the growth of these great bacteria, and in that change of healthier bacteria, there's some gas sometimes. So what's the solution? Okay, solution is to start slow. So a great thing to do is to maybe eat a couple tablespoons per day for a week and then start building up. So adding them to your salad, for instance, like I love garbanzo beans on salad. So add a couple of tablespoons of garbanzo beans on your salads, let your body get used to it, and pretty soon, as you increase the amounts of your beans, do it over a weekly basis, pretty soon your body's going to be adjusted and you won't even do it. Like my husband was not he really had some problems with that, and now he hardly does it all. So that's the solution to that. And there's things like Beano that you can try. So give that a whirl too. So let's talk about how we've messed up beans. Okay, and this is all new information that's been coming out lately, and that's that we are spraying beans to desiccate them so we can harvest them all together. Okay, so like if I go out in my garden right now, none of my crops are ready at the same time, right? So what they're doing is they're spraying beans, and these are big, chemical farmers is what I call them, commercial farmers. They spray their fields down with glyphosate, Roundup, and to dry the beans so they can harvest them all together. And we now know that is a problem, okay? And here's what is being said about it. They say it's safe, okay? I'm going to tell you what I was told, okay? That it's safe, and I've seen this online at farming websites, okay? So I'm not just pulling this out of the sky here, but as long as you wait until the crop is about 75% ripe, then it's safe. Okay, it's safe at that point. But the problem is, and this is what's being said, is that you can't guarantee that everything in your field is 75% ripe. You might have some that's more or less. More would be better, obviously, but hey, Terry, nice to see you, girl. So the question is, do you want, and this is where I come from being a dietitian, I believe, and I'd love to know what your opinion is on this, but I believe food needs to be pure, unadulterated, without any toxins sprayed all over it, okay? Because it's our source of nourishment. It's how our body restores, replenishes, heals. And when we start doing what we're doing to food, it's why I believe we're so sick. Now, if you're concerned about some of these issues, which I believe are huge issues, we are doing a challenge. I'm calling it a challenge, but I don't, just for lack of a better word, really, where we're going to educate you about why these chemicals are so bad for you, how your gut is the thing that's being impacted the most. If you're not noticing all over the press are suits against the maker of glyphosate, Monsanto, Bayer now, which are chemical companies, okay, that make this chemical that's a known carcinogen, and a lot more than that. So if you want to know what you can do, what foods are the most problematic when it comes to that, beans are one of them, legumes in general are one of them. Join our challenge by typing in the word beans in the comment section, and we will be doing it's 5 days of lots of information. But more than information is what you can do about it, what you can do to protect you and your family if you don't want to become a victim to this chemical, okay? So anyway, we're starting on the September 17th, and we'd love, love, love to have you join us. So I am signing off before I go way off on the deep end, because I'm very passionate about this. I've lost some loved ones, a spouse, to what I believe are some of the effects to toxins in our food supply today. So join us, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.